Hello, this is the Slayer, and you're watching TVLine.com.
Welcome to the season finale of Reality Check, your weekly deep dive into all things unscripted television. I'm Michael Slezak from TVLine.com. I am here with American Idol Season 6 standout Melinda Doolittle, and we're going to talk about American Idol Season 13 finale and The Voice's Season 6 finale. Melinda, I'm going to throw a tough question at you. This is like my baseball pitcher move. A lot of people on the internet and blogosphere have been saying this was the worst season of Idol ever. Agree or disagree?
We've been in worse jams than this, haven't we, Hildy?
Nope.
Hashtag Idol disagree.
Thank you for putting it in form of a hashtag.
It's a hashtag hurricane, bitch.
Nothing shows that this show is hip and with it and down with what the kids like, yo.
I'm very good with children.
Than putting hashtag whatevs.
This is kindergarten for cyber brats. And I'll tell you something else. If you're over 30, check it out. That's where you're headed, my friend.
I understand where people are coming from. I don't think that this was the best season of Idol or anything like that. I feel like we have had at least one season that I am having a hard time recalling anyone except for the top two, which makes me feel awful.
Season 9.
Yeah.
This season might make the bottom 3, like it might have to sit on the silver stools of doom. The final 4 hold up pretty well. If you put any of the final 4 in different seasons, I feel like they would have all had a legitimate chance of making the final 4.
I just remember a day where when they found contestants for this show, it was great singing plus somebody that could actually almost reach through the television and connect with an audience. And I think that we got either or this season as opposed to both in one contestant. I wish we would go back to that because that's what made Idol so special to me.
Special. Idol was magic. There's no getting around it.
Come on and cry, baby.
I did a gallery of the 30 best Idol performances of all time.
When she snows you off your feet with the crumbs, she throws you.
A third of the comments underneath that article were people saying,
There's an elephant in the room, y'all, and it stinks.
it's amazing how few cutaways from the contestants there were.
And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad.
That says everything right there. It's about the contestant.
How could you be so cold as a winter wind when it breeze, yo?
The new Idol regime got confused because The Voice is doing well and The Voice won an Emmy, and they thought, how can we be more like The Voice?
I want to be a part of it. I'm going in.
No, sit down.
This is the wrong question to ask. The Voice is The Voice. The Voice has staked its claim. The Voice has Blake Shelton.
And I specialize in 16-year-old girls.
You're not gonna beat The Voice at its game.
I had no notion he would be so very clownish.
I feel like I just did something spontaneous.
Grow up!
The only way Idol can recapture the magic both as a TV show and in the ratings is to
Grow up!
remember why we loved it in the first place.
One of the most powerful forces that shapes us as human beings is the desire to leave a legacy.
You just said we're on The Voice season 6. And what I can tell you is that Blake won 3 times, Adam won twice, and Usher just won. If you ask me to name all 6 winners, the contestants, I can't name all 6. But I could rattle off the winners of American Idol because it's something about connecting with those contestants.
What legacy would you leave behind?
That's what I felt like Idol did so well, and that's why I've championed Idol all this time.
I will be your champion.
I don't want them to lose that because that's what makes them, to me, the best reality singing competition.
I wish Buffy was here. I'm here. I wish I had $1 million.
The one thing that the show could do, while it shifts focus back to contestants,
All the boys think she's a spy, she's got Betty Davis eyes.
show us what is really going on. And I don't mean show the last 10 seconds of their rehearsal footage from a Monday with Randy saying like, you gotta sell it.
My tip and my advice to you is gonna be, you gotta give it your all, and you gotta give your best performance.
That's meaningless. And if something is meaningless and you're the producer and you're watching the show and you're thinking, if I was a viewer, I would definitely fast forward through that segment should be cut.
Grow up!
But top 4 week, we know from my interview with Jessica Muse, they were planning to have the top 4 sing original songs. And they cut that on Sunday and said, nope, we're not doing that. That's dramatic. When Sam Wolf changed his Cyndi Lauper arrangement, why didn't we hear what it was like before and then see what he changed it to after? And my other beef is, remember back in the day when Michael Johns or Mandisa could finish 8th or 9th on this show? Pia Toscano, Nadia Turner, Gina Glockson, like people who were seriously good or seriously growing. Could just get bumped out, and it was frustrating, but it was because usually there was a deep enough field.
The mindset is going to have to be to cast winners, cast people that can win this show, hands down. Like,
only winners.
Only winners. And then we have a deep bench, and then they fight to the death. Hunger Games.
Yes, keep the group together, or no, send someone home tonight.
And that's one thing The Voice does well. They cast winners, and some of them rise and some of them fall. The problem with The Voice is they get through them too quickly. They treat them as if they're all chaff when there's a lot of wheat in the mix. You knew going in this season, Malaya Watson was not going to be a winner. She needed at least 3 years of time. They had to have seen in Hollywood Week that Sam Wolf was not a winner. We saw that very quickly in the live shows. You knew CJ Harris wasn't a winner from his audition when they said,
there was things that you do consistently wrong.
Why are these people being allowed to advance that far? Tell them, we love you, take a year, you get an automatic golden ticket to Hollywood Week for season 14, but right now you are not ready for this jelly.
But be honest, did you think that Caleb was a winner?
No. I remember, do you remember during Green Mile, they did a poll on screen and said, will Caleb get through?
Share your answer by using the hashtags below. We'll have your results after the break.
And I think 80% of viewers said no.
No.
You're in the top 15.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And he's our winner.
He's our winner.
Over to you, Captain.
Caleb Johnson!
I want a season like season 5 where you've got Elliot and Daughtry and Catherine and Paris, where it's like, you're getting the best in show. It's like, not to compare everyone to dogs, but it's like.
And that's my cue to leave.
No. Don't even, let's just, and cut.
It's like Westminster Kennel Club when you get best in show from every breed. I know that's the worst analogy ever, but you're getting the best of poodles and the best of Cocker Spaniels. You want best of rock and best of soul and best of gospel.
I like it. Minus the dogs.
I'm not gonna say, I was just gonna say, I love all those bitches.
Do not call me this.
That's not what I mean. You know what I mean. You know I love American Idol. You know I love, even the contestants I don't love, I still love. There's still a bizarre level of wide-eyed kid seeing magic for the first time. Every time I sit down for a new season, I feel that.
I'm under your spell.
You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you.
So season 13, let's talk briefly about the finale. I thought Gina was gonna win. I thought Gina should win. I'm not shocked that Caleb won, and I can't even be mad at him. He was very consistent vocally through the season. He did not give me the depth of creativity and risk that I like to see in an Idol winner.
For his sake, for the sake of Idol, like, I want him to do well. So I definitely wish him the best. And I'll probably need to go back and listen to all of his weeks in a row to see if it's like I remember it, which is like him singing kind of the same song every week. But whatever that same song was that I'm hearing in my head, it sounds pretty darn good.
Scotty McCreery did similar thing in his season.
Baby, lock them doors.
I think the difference was you could see the commercial lane that Scotty would end up in, whereas with Caleb, it's like, is that a record that's going to be played on the radio?
As long as you love me, we don't have to be together.
I wish him well. Anyone who wins this show, I want to see that record do well. I think it's good for the show and for the franchise. And, you know, maybe he has more cards up his sleeve, songwriting-wise.
Listen, I'd pay money to see him do Dream On in person. I really would. Well, the end of Dream On. Not
the final 2/3.
Yeah. What he and Gina can take from this season and into their careers is that they probably do need to start focusing on their lower range, because they both soar when they get to that upper range. Gina's voice is like non-existent on the lower notes.
Feel you now like the sunset in spite of you.
I gotta say though, like, I loved We Are One, and shout out to season 8's Felicia Barton for co-writing that. I just felt like she was the winner that Idol needed. She could have Kelly Clarkson potential. I will say too, for Gina, she gave the performance of the night.
Some things are meant to be.
People get mad at me for comparing those two versions, but I'm like, don't people compare The Voice and Idol all the time? So I don't feel bad about comparing them at all. My brain was just going to compare, and Gina she just won.
In love with you.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. What it is. What it is.
What it is. What it is. What it is. What it is. Hey. What it is.
Let's talk about The Voice season 6 finale. We got the right winner. I really feel that we did. I have zero confidence that they're going to give him the promotional platform and marketing support he needs to be able to have the career he deserves, but he deserved to win this show, and he did. And I was kind of surprised that he won.
Josh Kaufman wins it for Team Usher.
When they said Christina Grimmie came in third, which did anybody see that coming?
Nobody saw that coming.
I began to have just a little bit of hope that it might be Josh, you know? And I love that it was, because when he sang Signed, Sealed, Delivered.
Whoo, he signed, sealed, and delivered his victory. It was, come on. Signed, Sealed, Delivered was the performance of the night. I thought his Adele cover, despite going last and despite being well hyped by everyone in the room, was not great. And that's what made me nervous. If he had executed Set Fire to the Rain as well as I know he could have, it would have been a slam dunk.
Something was going on where it was not the vocal that he is fully capable of. Because when I saw the name of that song, I was like, uh-oh, we're about to have the moment. And they put him last for a reason. So I think that maybe even in rehearsal, he had control of it. But by the time he got to the show, I did love that Adam signed Christina. I really did. I love that he said that before any results were out.
Either way, whether you win The Voice or not, you will have a record deal, because I would like to sign her to my label.
And I'm hoping that it's not the same as the last artist from The Voice that he signed, and that they actually like release music and everything. But I'm really glad that he signed her, and I'm really glad that she finally got the deal that she's been trying to get all this time.
I thought her duet with Adam on Somebody That I Used to Know was maybe the second best performance of the night.
I don't want to go.
That really showcased her, but it wasn't her solo performance.
Reverse the polarity.
Let's talk Idol finale. What was your favorite moment?
Gina and Paramore, obviously. Between that and Harry dancing, when we could see them. Like, I don't understand what happened with those huge, I hate to say huge balls, but that's what they were. They were just falling out of the sky.
I mean, it obscured J-Lo, which was great. But the vocal was so good. And when she did Decode on the piano solo,
I know that I said Gina and Paramore, but I almost forgot Alex and Jason Mraz. I mean, are we gonna Can we swoon over that for just 1 second?
You may swoon, and I will swoon along with you.
Stars all seem to congregate around your face.
Idol had a great finale.
True colors.
True colors, true colors.
I'm not positive about this, but you know they have mics now that have like auto-tune in the mic. It's built in. And they have those microphones. So I know people were like, they recorded it the night before. And I understand that, but still it's built into the mic.
That exists?
It does exist. I'm not saying that she definitely used it, but I'm saying why else would your voice sound like Betty Boop?
A terrible presence is in there with her.
Don't be discouraged, oh, I realize.
To her, it simply is another child.
And all the darkness living inside you.
To us, he is the beast.
I just think maybe the microphone had some help. Maybe. I'm not saying for sure.
They should have given it to the guys from Kiss as well.
Got me wanting you. Oh my God, Helena, stop. Oh, honey.